We got a special guest today, Mr. Hussein,
Don't do that.
TwinGQ.
No. This guy.
The man himself.
Yes, I think you guys.
A leader in the community.
Leader in the community, a very young up-and-comer leader, building his own brand, cultivating a creative space for himself to kind of really take advantage of different opportunities, climbing the corporate ladder.
Good basketball player too.
Hell of an athlete, just a philanthropist, a well-rounded human being, and to have this type of person in our city, this age bracket, is honestly an honor and a blessing to have people like this that are doing these type of things that he's doing in the city, in this day and age, in this day and time, climate, all that stuff.
Very rare to see
Very.
a young black man like yourself step up the way you have, and it's inspiring. It's lovely.
Appreciate it, guys, and I'm happy to be here. I just want to first say thank you guys for the opportunity to, have me bless the mic, the podcast. It's been a long time coming. Me and that, we go back.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? But, to see his lane that he's carving, and, you as well, OJ, and for, like I said, man, I'm just really in a humble space where you just pave the way for those that came before you, and, you just really just stay true, man, stay genuine. This is definitely a long time coming. It's like I said, it was a process, man, and, I'm just grateful for everybody that, been a part of this journey. You know what I mean? So, I just want to, like I said, it takes a village, man.
Yeah, it does. I couldn't
Amen.
agree more.
Yep.
Yeah.
So tell us about the brand. Where we started, where we want to go, where we are now.
Damn, so, 3 years ago, the TwinGQ brand was, really developed. I was seeing myself in different environments, and, I just had that vision, man. Personal branding was something I always admired, looking up to a lot of the, black leaders. We talked about Jay-Z and P. Diddy and, all those guys, and, that helm, and, I just seen how they represented themselves, and, I see myself, not to say at that level, but I seen the importance of, like, just branding and marketing myself, so I just kind of started it. I put together a website, and through that website, I felt like I had a platform where I was represented different brands, and to be able to go to different environments and, share my experiences, with my audience as well. So that's kind of how it started, 5 years later now, doing things with, like, the community and the whole marketing and basketball background. It's, like I said, it was a platform now where I could tap in different fields, so that's where we are right now. Big summer ahead, and I feel like to be able to rub shoulders with, like, Nike and, like, Canada Basketball and, the top Premier Leagues like the Drew League and Dykeman,
yeah.
Pro City and all that stuff. It's, like I said, man, it's, never in my wildest dreams would I have thought that, a kid from Scarborough, living in the inner city, disadvantaged, would be able to do something like that, man. But like I said, it's, a lot of people that I met on the journey, and having guys, like you and Twee and Travis, a lot of dope people come out of our city, man, and just wanting to, feel that, that sense of succeeding at that level. You know what I mean? Like, just being a champion and winning, it's like, it's one of the greatest feelings in the world is when you say you're going to do something and you actually stick to your word, so being able to be, honorable and, having that sense of integrity is huge.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's crazy how what basketball has done for a lot of us, right? Like, we all played, right? Some of us with pro aspirations, some of us just playing for, just for love, just for the love. But like, basketball is what connected me to almost everyone in this room, right? Facts. So it's crazy how you start playing basketball, and now from basketball you got something way left, but you're finding a way now to tie it back to what you love and to make basketball that platform for you and for others. Y'all remember the Proud Family?
Yeah,
of course. Y'all remember Wizard Kelly? He always goes, it all started with an orange basketball.
It really did though.
It's crazy.
And it's crazy how that whole thing comes full circle though. And it's like we're all playing for the same team. We're just like going different paths. We're all like cultivating it long, but what makes it the biggest thing with that is keeping it all, bringing it back home.
Facts.
To us.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because we can't build. It's easy. It's harder to build as an individual, but you have to take what you learned through your own path, your own experience, and bring it back
bring it
to
all
each
back
other.
to one.
Yeah.
Absolutely, and like it's crazy because like sports kind of bridges the gap between community and culture.
Yeah.
You could be a kid from Sweden.
Yeah.
You know, you could be a kid from Harlem, New York. You could be a kid from Compton. Like different communities, but with one like aspiration for a sport, you can bring everybody together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You look at the Raptors and their championship, and like just see how
We got international
whole
team.
our whole city, our country came together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's people from Newfoundland that probably
Flew out.
never would have ever seen
Yeah.
that experience.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
no, I agree.
It's crazy to to see like the impact that basketball can have. You know, and it took me a long time to kind of just look at it from a different angle, man. I used to think about success in basketball is only reached by
playing pro or something.
at a certain level. You know what I mean?
I
And I
agree.
had to really redefine my focus, man. It's like, yo, man, our championship was being able to use it to put us in school and to give back to our community, and you know what I mean, to teach the younger kids, that had that same dream that we had at 13.
Yeah.
That's my championship, bro.
100%, and showing them that there are other
Yeah,
alternatives.
for sure. And like, I like I said, like, I take great pride in being able to still play, you know what I mean, and compete against the top guys.
When they come home.
Yeah, throughout the summer,
Yeah.
and like I said, in North America. Like,
Yeah.
that's my championship.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Like, I felt like basketball has done so much for me, and it's like, I feel like it's my obligation now to pay it forward for what the game has done to me to the next generation.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I
My
agree.
heart's getting warm again, guys.
Yeah.
Nice.
For sure.
And it's not the Twisted Tea,
No,
it's
that's
the
the
I was
Earth.
gonna say, it must be the
No,
truth.
it's not the Twisted Tea this time.
It's the wine.
No, I didn't even sip the wine yet.
Nice.
Last time it was Hennessy, but
Nice.
yeah, yo. So tell us a little bit about like the brand. Like, actually, no, specifically because I was there on Friday. The Rumble in the Jungle.
Yeah.
How'd that start up? What's that about?
It's crazy because when I left high school, it was like everybody was in like I guess a different kind of space. We had guys that went Division 1 and some guys went overseas and stuff like that. So it was kind of hard to keep up with people, and the only way we could do that was via social media. You know what I mean? And I feel like high school was like an important time for me because I developed a relationship with guys, and when you're playing basketball and you practice every day and stuff, it's like it's a good feeling. So I kind of wanted to kind of reconnect people from the athletic background at first. And I wanted to just give people something to look forward to in our community. So 5 years ago I kind of said like, hey, I reached out to one of the teachers at the school. I was like, hey, let's kind of get the guys together and like get like an alumni run going. She's like, sounds good, but like how much guys are gonna come out? First year we kind of whipped it up. It was decent. We had a couple guys come out, and then the second year actually it got postponed to like the next year, because a lot of guys were like out of town and stuff. You know what I mean? But every year, man, like people, the community became to become like receptive to it, and the support has been huge. And it was, I think, the 4th annual where we started to see like
That's when I started seeing.
we seen the progress, man. Like everybody was always like hitting me up like in July, yo, like put me down for the next Rumble, bro. Like it just kind of gave people something to look forward to. There's some people that, I kid you not, I haven't seen in 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, what I'm saying, teachers and stuff, and they're seeing me play, and it's like, you were like this kid in grade 9, and like this is what you're doing now. So it was really crazy, and like I said, man, it was very overwhelming at the same time, because it's like you're doing everything, and not to say like I didn't have help from people, but at first it's like,
Well, the idea came from your head first.
this is my vision,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So like a lot of people was like, not really, they didn't see the vision, but it wasn't their vision to see.
Yeah, exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it took a lot of like spreading awareness, man, and just really showing, this vision from a good place. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like one thing to serve the community, but to actually like do it from a good place. I had a genuine energy of like doing it for my people.
And it shows.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you wouldn't have the reception you have now if it
Yeah.
wasn't from a positive place.
Yeah,
Right?
for sure. So it's crazy, man, because I was telling Nat, like, Scarborough is a beautiful place, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, a
Just
lot of...
bad. It's a bad. What's not a bad place.
It's just bad guidance, like pretty much.
Oh.
Like they just don't have the guidance.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Like, I feel like it's a very beautiful place. But
I agree because I lived there for a bit.
Yeah.
There's stuff like me coming from the West End, but it's like, I think it's just the odd time. It's just a bad seed. It's just one.
Yeah,
It's
bad seed, that's what I was looking
you know what I
for.
mean.
Yeah.
It's not. It's never the community. The community is always pure in heart. You know
And
what I
it's
mean.
only the people who never grew up there that say it's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to be from there, and
Yeah.
you shouldn't have to be from there.
Yeah. But for me personally, because like I've lived in different pockets in the city at different points in time, and it's like I've seen a lot of development and a lot of growth. I've just seen how you see the purity, and yet you still see. Well, for me, I still see both sides. I still see the good, and I still see the bad. Though the good definitely outweighs the bad. You know what I mean?
100%.
But that's what my level of acceptance of all things in life in general, where it's at. It's like understanding that good can only be balanced out by the bad.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
but
you know what I
that's
mean?
like-
As long as the pros outweigh the cons, you're
There's-
always going to be winning.
There's
You're always
good and
gonna be
bad
blessed.
everywhere.
Yeah, no matter
You can
what.
go to the most peaceful place in the world,
100%.
and you'll find something that
Yeah.
you could complain about.
Yeah, or do
something that
without,
will
you know what I
turn
mean?
you off or blah blah blah. It's just it happens that because I think a lot of us.
aren't in that area.
Well, not even that. A lot of us hail from Scarborough,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, regardless, like I was born and raised in Scarborough. Now, then we moved to Pickering, but like when I moved to Pickering, I hear, "Oh my God, you're from," like there was like already
A negative connotation.
When I moved schools, there was already this image painted of me. Oh yeah, we got a new guy coming from Scarborough, right? And everyone looked at me like, oh, he's the bad kid. He's gonna be the one that's gonna be getting in trouble and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
When that's the complete opposite. Right?
Yeah.
Like, I know people who grew up in Whitby their whole life, and they're the bad kid, that quote unquote bad kid. That,
you know what I mean?
that comes right. So everywhere you go, they have their bad seeds. It's just unfortunate that Scarborough is taking the hit, but
It's because it's the biggest area.
I get, it's a big area, but like I'm happy that people like us who are from there are trying to do something,
Just
right?
positive.
To even if it's not generally to clear the name, right? But like they can say, oh, that kid is from Scarborough, right? So there's something. Something's going on there.
And the reason why I even say that's actually a very good reference or a prime example for me, what clicked in my head is when they talk about Hogan like a kid from Marcy. You know what I mean? That comparison, or like they talk about Nipsey and a kid from Crenshaw. You know what I mean? Like they talk about like Rick Ross, Port of Miami. Like that's what you think when you hear these big moguls. You talk about Harlem, you think Diddy. You know what I mean? You think those type of things when you think about, okay, look at where they come from, look at the platform they have, look what they've done to change the culture and kind of cultivate and bring it back to the people.
Now it's inspiring. Now look at all the kids from Harlem now that are doing something, right? Who knows
Just
to say
anyone.
that Diddy is their inspiration? We got Tiana Taylor from Harlem,
Yeah.
the whole ASAP mob.
You know what I mean?
Right,
Some whole
from
bunch of
Harlem,
creatives.
right?
Yeah,
Whole bunch of
Harlem,
creative minds.
and from the beginning of the time, Harlem was just like the creative hub of New York.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Talk about like the Harlem Renaissance.
Yeah, the Renaissance,
All the great African American leaders
Yeah.
kind of were in and out of Harlem. You talk about Malcolm X and you know what I mean.
Yeah, the
So,
people that passed through there, like, not just no names.
absolutely.
You know what I mean?
So there's a
Like
lot of,
the
like,
Nation of Islam was ran out of Harlem.
Something's in the
You know what I
water.
mean? So like that was back in 1933, Clarence 13X, and then like then they broke out, and then they had the 5% Nation. You know what I mean? So it's like knowing that type of history and how that kind of grew to develop, and then understanding Malcolm's role in it, then why he got excommunicated from it. So you know what I mean? So shout out John Wick. But like, you know what I mean? Then Ali was still friends with him, though, you know what I mean? Then understanding the black athlete and their impact in major political events and stuff like that. You know, Ali had Lou Alcindor, currently
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, for those who don't know.
Abdul-Jabbar, you know what I mean? And Joe Brown and like a bunch of just actors and athletes and even singers like Sam Cooke. Who was in the background, like just supporting him and pushing his that black agenda forward.
Yeah, even the message that they were,
Right.
standing for. So
You know what I mean? So
yeah, man, that's crazy because I talk about it all the time. Like Scarborough's a great place, man.
yeah,
It's unfortunate that we have people in the community that don't see, or they see the misfortune and the good deeds, man. People don't want to openly give back because they don't see like the
They don't see the value.
the
Don't see the value for
You
it.
get what I'm saying?
They just
You
see
know?
like
That's unfortunate,
bad people.
though.
But
Yeah, that's
It's
But
crazy.
that's my thing though.
Yeah.
I don't want nothing from nobody who wants value back.
Yeah.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
We're living in a culture where we're praising on the dollar, and
the like.
it's
The
crazy.
like
Well, now it's the
It's
like.
crazy. But like people would rather they're not gonna give back what's
No.
not
Not pure
expected.
hype.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're always gonna do it. Like I need to get something back in return.
Yeah.
And if
Yeah,
you're
it needs to
always
be
looking-
an investment.
Yeah, and if you're
But or
always-
like a financial investment, whereas it's more of a moral compass investment, where it's like you feel better knowing that you helped someone get on.
Even if it's one person.
it's crazy.
Right?
But that's too much logic for
Yeah.
the people of power because it's just
Yeah.
like you could help them, but it's just like, all right, I don't.
Yeah.
What am I gonna get back from people that don't have that same
And
value?
it's just like I said, like if I could, do one community initiative a year, maybe I'm raising awareness for, the people on my social channels, the people in my communities,
Yeah,
the people
100%.
that are affiliated with, my school, where I come from. Because like I said, at the end of the day, a community in Harlem, and a low income community
Yeah.
would be the same in Rexdale.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Like,
Any
like
any
I
of these
said,
communities here.
like the people are the same.
Yeah.
Different.
Yeah.
Different generations is the same. You know what I mean? It's same
Exactly.
problems, same limited beliefs, but
Exactly.
it's like
It's the same cycle, but it's up to us to want to break it.
Absolutely.
Or someone has to be the pace changer.
absolutely.
Someone has to be the scapegoat, the human sacrifice, if you will, the one that kind of creates a new path in a
Why
trail
do you
of grass
think?
untouched.
Why do you think there's not more people willing outside the dollar and social media popularity? Like, why do you think there's not more people doing what you're doing, or like starting stuff like what we have here, right? Why do you think that?
I mean, to be completely honest, and this is just my personal opinion, a lot of people, don't really see the problems that are happening in the communities because they're not in the communities. You know what I'm saying? And
But what about people from the community though, like that are in there?
yeah, I
right
feel
there.
and like I feel everybody's.
Yeah?
I think like everybody's mind is just on a totally different space.
Either they don't want to see it or they don't see it.
Yeah, I feel like they've become desensitized to the problems that they face in the communities, and I don't know. I feel like a lot of people have that like, I just want to kind of like get the hell out of here type of mentality,
Yes, I
But
agree.
you could get out and still.
Yeah, it's.
I still want to get back.
You can still,
I
you
think,
can
I
still
think,
what you can do from the outside.
but the thing is, a lot of people think for self, and they're not as selfless. And I think it could be a number of things that create that kind of a thought process. It could be a situation where it's like a person coming from said environment wants to get out so bad that they want nothing to do with that environment, right? So they create their own future without even
that.
looking back to reach back to pull someone else out of it.
Yeah, because then some people, they might not have that same mentality.
Right.
That's what they're thinking.
Exactly.
So it's
Right.
like if they're not thinking the same way as me, I just gotta get out.
Exactly. And then there could be like a trauma tied to it as well. There's a lot of traumas that people are struggling to face in their adult years that are hindering them from like their own personal successes or gains towards their definition of success or a happy future, whatever it may be. So like,
There's also people who just don't want to get out.
yeah, but they're always gonna be stuck in the
Yeah,
cycle.
they want to
you know
be
what I mean?
like they don't want to
They're
like
complacent.
for instance, say there's a guy who's been in the streets his whole life. That's what he knows, and he
Everything
thinks-
else,
yeah,
but for
nothing
him,
else.
it may be one of those situations where it's like, it probably is most likely one of those situations where it's like anything else outside of the norm scares him.
You know, they were talking about that on the Breakfast Club the other day. Yep.
Carmichael.
Jared Carmichael and,
Yeah.
and Charlamagne. It was really funny because
You know what? I watched, so I didn't finish watching the episode, but I watched a good chunk of it, and some more when I was here before you got here. I really enjoy, and I was telling Jamar this, I'm like, when it's just one person entering, because then there's less of the aimless talking. Not say that their talking is aimless at all, but like less of like the jokey side. They just get right to the point.
right to the point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Serious questions. Like it's a very well played match of tennis.
Well, Charlamagne interviews are very good because he doesn't care.
Yeah.
But when he's like with like envy and stuff, it's kind of like
Yeah,
he
he
can
become
feed off,
yeah.
off them.
Yeah, that's
Whereas
true.
like like when he was with Kanye that time, it's just like it's one-on-one. So
One-on-one.
It has to be a little bit serious.
But that was different though.
Yeah.
The Kanye interview was different than what
yeah,
the
obviously.
the
Yeah.
typical Breakfast Club interview. Whereas this one, it was him and Mr. Carmichael one-on-one talking, and one thing they said was how like a lot of black people are like some of the most insecure people, especially black men, right? So like if there's a norm, right? Like for instance, let's just use New York as an example. You know, Tim's baggy pants, Yankee hat, white T-shirt. They see you wearing, you know, a purple T-shirt, you know, with some shorts that may not go past the knee.
Yeah.
They're gonna call you. They're gonna look at you like you're doing something wrong. Like, oh, who's this?
Yeah.
Who's this? Okay, we'll say who's this fruity guy?
Yeah.
He might be.
Yeah. Whatever the case may be.
Playing basketball on the other side of the fence. Blah 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 blah. But that's not the case, right? Like me growing up, I was like that. Where I didn't want to wear nothing fitted. Yeah. Right. I didn't want to wear nothing fitted. Everything had to be, you know, baggy, right? Yeah. Like even when I played basketball, I had shorts down to my knees and blah blah blah. Or no, better yet, when I ran track, I refused to wear tights for almost 5 years. Yeah, and then you realize how much more efficient it is when you're older. Like I wore shorts, like I was the one dude in track short and basketball shorts and track spikes, right? And I realized that when I got higher and higher into track, I wasn't winning no more. And I realized the common thing was everyone was wearing, you know, their skin tight thing, and I was insecure because I was like, I'm not wearing nothing so like, what the fuck am I wearing something so tight? Right? And then again, like just an insecurity. I was like, okay, fine. Everyone else is wearing it. I could wear it too. And again, that wasn't me accepting that it makes me more efficient while I'm running. It's the fact that okay, I'm in a place now where everyone's doing it, so I'm not the different guy. Yeah, 100%.
So basically, like you just didn't give a fuck anymore. Like,
well, no, I only wore it because it was okay. I didn't wear it because I was comfortable. Because I was still fucking uncomfortable with it. Yeah. Like I finished. Like I'd always have like if I would say it was us four running, right? I'm racing Hussein and Nathaniel. I'll be like, yo, Jamar, can you stand at the finish line for me with my shorts? Yeah. Because the moment I'm done the race, shorts are back on. Pants are back on. Yeah. Right now. Put me in a race now. Yeah. I'm walking around all that shit all day. Yeah. I don't give a fuck. 100%. Right? But that's